Okay, so another complicated tune by John Coltrane, again. So we're only looking for, 5 to 10 minutes a day of doing this because, it requires some intense concentration so that you want to do it, when you get home from work or whatever, and your wife offers you a glass of wine and let's go out in the patio, you say, no, I have to do my piano first because once I relax, I can't do it. Okay, so this is a pretty complicated song, but again, it's only 16 bars long and we're doing it really slow. So the first chord is E minor 7, A is the melody, so I'm adding the third, which is G, and D, which is a 7. The next chord is F7, and A is the third, so I'm just adding the 7. And then the B flat chord, A is the 7, so I'm just adding the D. Okay, and then I get to the D flat 7 chord. B flat's the melody, F is the third, and B is the 7. And then on the G flat chord, C sharp is the melody, A sharp is the third, F is the 7. Then on the A7, the melody is C, the third is C sharp, and the 7 is G. And then it resolves to the D chord, and F sharp is the third, and C sharp is the 7. So I've got So if you notice, my hand is not jumping all over the place. So from a standpoint of physically being able to play it, it's not hard. When I go to the F7, I just change really 2 notes, and then in the B flat, I add 1 note. So the top note has stayed the same. So it sounds complicated, but from the pianistic standpoint, it's not that hard. But I have to be able to visualize that. So when I go to the next line down, it's the same exact sequence, but on a different, starting on a different chord. So now I have the D minor 7, with G is the melody, and F is the third, and C is the 7. When it goes to E flat 7, the melody stays the same, and it's the third, so I just add the D flat with the root. And then when it goes to A flat, the melody stays the same again, and I'm adding the C, which is the third. And then on the B7, G sharp is the melody, so I'm adding the 3, which is D sharp, and A is 7. And then it goes to the E chord, B is the melody, G sharp is the 3, D sharp is the 7. And then in the G7, B flat's the melody, F is the 7, B is the third. And then in the C chord, G is the melody, and I'm going to add the E, which is 3, and B, which is 7. So the second full bar is up. So that's pretty sophisticated chord progression. But again, there's not a lot of movement, so the idea is you just do it really slowly and have patience, and then you can eventually speed it up. And actually, it's a great song done slow, although nobody does it slow. So I go to the third line down. Now the melody is D on a C minor chord. So I add the E flat, which is 3, B flat, which is 7. And now on the D flat chord, B flat's the melody, F is the third, B is the 7. On the G flat major 7, C sharp is the melody, B flat's the third, and F is the 7. And on the A7, C is the melody, C sharp's the third, and G is the 7. Now in the D chord, A is the melody, F sharp is the third, and C sharp is the 7. Then it goes up to F7, C is the melody, I'm going to add the 3, which is A, and E flat, which is the 7. Then it goes to a B flat chord, F is the melody, so I'm going to add the D, which is 3, and A, which is the 7. So it doesn't matter what order you do them in, I got to add the 3 and the 7. So I'm on the E minor 7, A is the melody, so G is the third, and D is the 7. And of course you're following the graph, which has the order of them. Then it goes to F7, A is the third, so I'm just having 1 note. And it ends on the B flat major 7 chord, A again is the 7th, so I just add 1 note. And then the E flat 7, which is kind of a juicy chord, the melody is A, which is actually the sharp 11, G is the third, and D flat is the 7. So if I do this slowly, I'm just going to change 1 note. So in this one, I'm going to reference this little child genius called Joey Alexander, and see if we kind of sound at all like in his, you know, in his level. Oh, hold everything. I forgot to turn up the volume. So I got to back up here. So that's literally half speed. But you notice at the end what he did. So I might introduce that in there. So it's a melody with 3 to 7, but it comes after the and chain. So all right, so you want to be playing it slow and not fast, but again, I want to reference jazz players so that you can see that, you know, you sound like a jazz player when you play with this method, okay, without a lot of variables. The songs are all easy to play. You just have to have the patience to walk through it with me. When you change the notes, I mean, that's from a pianistic standpoint, that couldn't be easier. What's hard is visualizing all those shapes, which as you do these songs, you're going to get better and better at that, okay? So, you know, so I'm coaching you along so you don't, you know, if you don't feel like thinking really hard, that's what I'm here for.